Coming up on the next episode. Good Sunday afternoon to you all, YouTube. It is, well, I don't know what time it is. I don't have my clock handy, so not a big deal. It's afternoon, I do know that. So this is what I've been working on today. I took a couple days off, rest up a little bit from my last grand adventure, and I did take all the stuff off of this cabinet here and laid it down on the floor, secured the back onto it, and it was pretty much the bottom part. Now these are two separate backs to this, I guess is what you would say. There's a bottom part and a top part, and they kind of overlap a little bit. And I've got the bottom on really secure now. As you can see, the up and down is perfectly straight, and that's what I wanted. It is also up against the baseboard on front and back, and that's what I wanted there. Now the only thing I've got to go in there now is going to be that red Ethernet cable, and that will stretch on around through here and go around that way and come over, eventually make its way over here to the computer when I move it to its new location. I'm going to get that done. Next step here is to put everything back. There's a couple items there. This is my my computer jig. When I used to build motherboards, I would take and set everything up on this jig, and that's what it's made for. Is you just attach the motherboard to it. It's got a hard drive built into it and all the stuff that you need, power supply, and you just basically build the motherboard on the jig, get it, make sure it's working, and do all that stuff, and carry on. I haven't used it in years and years and years, but when I was doing the Hackintosh, I was doing a lot of that stuff with that. And rather to put it into a case and kind of shoehorn it into a case, I would just basically build it on there, get it running like it should, and then transfer it over to the case and do my finishing touches on it. So that's what I did there, and it worked great for that, and still does, I guess. I don't know. On the end there, I don't know how you can see it, but there's a switch for reset, and I'm not really sure what the other one did, to tell you the truth. But there's two switches there, and like I say, you can switch that, reset it, do all that stuff. So anywho, that's that. But anyway, that is what I am looking at. Now, like I say, as soon as I get all of these stuff back on it, all the rest of the stuff, I just move that other cabinet back out there in the hallway, pile all the stuff on it real quick, and then I'll move that all back into here. And that will leave the empty shelf there, which it will be fine, but behind the door there is the other shelf I'm going to be moving here, and that will get done next after I get all this done. So I want to try to get all this done if I can and get that shelf moved into here to where I don't have to mess with any of that anymore. And then once I do that, I can continue on my progress over here, which is to clean. You can see the sawdust back there pretty clearly, I think. And get this chair out of here and do something with it. I don't know what. But all this stuff's got to come out of here. I think that tub right there is going to go on the bottom of the 3D printer stand. There's a shelf just for that, and that's what I was using it for before I got doing this. But like I say, and those on the bottom there are my screw selections, assortment, whatever you want to call it, that I got some time back. That's the board I got to cut out for the other end piece over there on the other side. This one here. And again, those long furring strips there are got to come off, and that'll be used for that piece right there. And that's all that. So, of course, all that's going to be sawed probably in the kitchen, I would say. So, you know, that's what I'm going to do there. I can cut it, or I can get it all marked out and everything, saw it in there, and bring it back in here. Put it together if I need to or whatever. So there you go. That's a look at what's going on this Sunday. Bob is busy today, I believe. He's went to church, and I believe they're having a dinner at church, and he was busy cooking yesterday for that. So he's quite the little chef. Also, I don't know how much you've seen, any of you guys that's on Instagram. I did post a picture of a mug. Well, actually not the mug, but the images that will be on the mug. One is a picture of We All Know Bob. And the other one is my little DERB logo that I came up with. And that will be on the front and back of it. And hoping to have that soon. My granddaughter, Carly, my son's daughter, does custom glasses and mugs and things like that. And I sent her those, and she said she seemed to be able to, she thought she'd be able to handle that no problem. And we'll see. And I think she said $10 to do it. That's not too bad. So if there is any desire for them, I may make them available. You can't ever tell. So not getting into the merch. And everybody says merch, merchandise, whatever you want to call it. But anyway, I'm not getting into that. But I thought I would have something for my channel. It'd be kind of nice. And you know, I don't know about sticker, but I may even do that. I don't know. We'll see. But you guys understand what I'm saying. So. Anywho, that's that, and I'll bring you back when I have more done. Good Monday afternoon to you all YouTube. It is 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I am here, back in the room again. There you go. There's what I wanted to begin with, and now I have it. I think I showed you the other part of this Sunday, but now I can't find my camera. My Canon PowerShot that I filmed the little part 1 of this on Sunday is completely gone. I don't know where it went. You know, I was thinking about my grandmother. My grandmother used to lose her purse constantly, and she would swear up and down that somebody broke into the house and stole her purse. Well, I kind of know how she felt, because I did the filming of this, or the videoing of it, in here in this room. And I'm using a little Kodak PlaySport, not PlaySport, yeah, PlaySport, to do this. This thing has been rock stable since I put that little tape on there. Bill, that was a great idea, so it's been working great. But anyway, I did that segment I did Sunday evening or afternoon, whatever it was, and I laid it down somewhere, and I remember thinking to myself, I better not lay it there because I'll never ever remember it. And then something happened, and I lost my train of thought and probably just laid it there. And that's probably where it's at. But I have went through all of this, obviously, to see if it's over here. It's not over there. I don't see it anywhere. We'll put it that way. And this, I did this today, so you know. This, I totally mismeasured, whatever you want to call it, this shelf here, and it would not fit in there. There was this much off the shelf I had to take. That was basically 2 1/4, and that's where it came out. As you can see, I could have took 2 inches, it would have worked, but I took the 1/4. I want to be sure it fit, and it does fit. So I had to take that off every one of those shelves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 shelves. And that was the DMM shutting off on the MFP. And so there's that. But like I said, that's what happened. But anyway, I got it all done today. And I say all done. I'm not done with the bottom there. As you can see, I don't have the computer back and the modem back like it was the other day. And I want to get that all back. That red wire is the wire that's going to the shop computer, the Ethernet cable. I've got to get it routed in as well. I'll pull some more on this side. Once I get the all this done, I'm going to unhook it all one more time and do that. That yellow cord there goes out to my living room computer, and I've got that pulled way through. I pulled that way through to get over here, and now I need to pull that back and get that back out there where it was at. So I think a lot of it was behind the couch. But anyway, that's that. Also, this is in here as well. So now everything is in here that I want to put in here for right now anyway. And I have pretty good space to use to put stuff. And that's what I wanted. That's exactly what I wanted. And like I said, everything's fitting. Everything is, I can get to the light switch there. You can see that. and that was one of the biggest problems I had with that black shelf there. I couldn't get to the light switch. So I've got to get my heater hooked back up and get that going. Those cabinets there probably will stay right where they're at until I get this bench over here cleaned off. You can see it's going to take a while. So, you know, it is what it is. I understand. Not a big deal. I'm taking this one day at a time, as they say. But anyway, I got off to a good start here this week, and hoping to get more done this week and get a little bit of this wrapped up. I would actually like to get started on this end piece over here. I've still got to get that everything off of that and get that end piece in line with the bench like the other side is, where that furring strip comes out even with the end of the bench, or the front of the bench right there. And that right now, the way it is, it won't do that, but it will once I get it moved over. And then once I get all that done, I'm going to get underneath there and put all 4 of those L brackets in there. I've only got one over on this side now, holding the whole thing, you know, up there. But, you know, I really never had anything at all on there, and this thing has been rock solid. I don't think it's going anywhere, but at the same time, be safe, better safe than sorry, I guess. So, anyway, this won't be posted, obviously, until I get the Canon, find the Canon. Hoping I could find it in the video here that I'm doing. Just happened to see it. It's got the red handle on it, the one I use for handheld. I've got one of those little Chinese handheld, I don't know what you call them, monopods, whatever they call them. But it's the one that, it's got the folding thing. You can actually make a tripod out of it for a bench or whatever. But anyway, it makes into a handheld as well. So I think what I'm going to have to do is basically just start going through everything. I've got to get things cleared off here anyway, so that's my next step, is to clear all this stuff off and get this all reorganized once more. I've got all my shelves, my cardboard shelves over here that I made some time ago. Figure out a place for them. I got to figure out a place for that heat gun. I'm thinking right here is where I would like to put it, because that's basically where I had it on the other bench. And you can see that furring strip comes pretty much even with that, so that's what I want to get on the other side as well. So still nothing, no further on this part here, but that's coming up as well. And like I say, I may go ahead and try to clean this bench off just so I can find the camera and get ready for set up for it, and then I'll go from there. But I'll probably go back over there to the corner behind me and do that 3D printer setup, get that all vacuumed out. I've got more to vacuum now because I did more sawing in here today, as you can see there on the rug, but that's not a big deal. My grandson lived in here for I think about a year, and he totally trashed his room. So I don't worry too much about it. When Lexi moved in, she cleaned, she scrubbed, she cleaned. She couldn't get all the stains out of it, but so she finally just settled for a big rug over the top of it. So oh well, women, you know how they are. They gotta have cleanliness, I guess. But I don't really affect me that much. So yeah, like I say, it is what it is. No big deal. So I think I'm gonna look up there one more time, because I was doing something, and like I said, I was doing something somewhere, and I wanted to set the camera down temporarily, and I thought, no, if I set it down there, I'm never ever going to remember if I walk away. And I did walk away, so, and I must have set it down. So seems like it was between 2 pieces of something, and I've already cleaned this off, which eliminates this one here and eliminates this one here. The only one left is that one, and I don't remember being over there doing anything. I could have been, but you know, anything's possible. So, but anyway, that's what I'm doing here. So I just thought I would let you guys see what I'm up to, and getting this done. And like I say, one step at a time, as I said. And that's what I'm trying to do. I am kind of sore today, but you know, I haven't really worked any. I did a little bit Sunday. I didn't really hit very hard, and I thought, you know, I'm trying to gradually get back into it. After taking a couple of days off, you get, you know, the soreness will come right back to you, because if you work every day Soreness eventually will go away, but you know, that involves working every day. So I don't know. We'll see. But there's just so much stuff here that needs to be put somewhere. You know, a place for everything, everything in its place, all that good stuff. And that was what I was working on. Believe it or not, those wire strippers there, the ones with the orange blue handles, was what I was working on. And I made one for the I bought a little pair of miniature, not miniature, but smaller needle-nose that I kind of wanted for a while. And I made a plastic holder for it. It works great. I made a plastic holder for my little wire stripper I bought some time ago. It works good. And I thought, well, I'll make another one for this. And that's when everything started happening with the printer, and that's as far as I got on that. So anyway, I think we will end this here, this part of it anyway. Hopefully I can find the rest of this and maybe get it all back together and get you up a video and you can see what I'm up to, and that's about it, I guess. I don't know what else to say. So like I say, if I bring you back again, I will. If not, we'll talk to you later. Alright, good afternoon, or I should say evening. It's 6:12 now on this Tuesday. This is the corner that I was talking about vacuuming and cleaning. I have the computer temporarily set in there with the wires run to it, and it is operating. You may be able to hear it. Over there playing cotton picking kids. I can't hardly say that word. Let me look you around behind here, if I can, without getting entangled in cords. But you can see back there, I cleaned all the way around there. The wall, everything. I still got to get up there. You can see sawdust on the sill there. I got to get that, but other than that, this thing's pretty much done. Cleaned out inside there. That's nice. Everything clean. All this area is really clean over here. So look at that. And I have been busy over here. I've got a few things on the shelf there. I was looking for this camera, and I thought I would go ahead and get this area over here cleaned off a bit, see if I could find it. And I didn't find it until I got over here and started vacuuming. It was laying right here. It's laying right there, and that's where I laid it. You know, I knew to myself, if I laid it there, I would never ever, you know, I wouldn't remember where I laid it. And that's exactly where I laid it. So I need to put this thing in plain sight in order to be able to find it again. But so I'm glad I did this part, because I didn't really see that sill over there. Well, that sill is nasty looking. So I want to get that vacuumed up. I think I can get around that pretty easy. I want to move this signal generator onto the main desk temporarily until I get this all ready to go and put my contact paper on here. Get that all done, and that will do that. But this thing's starting to shape up a little bit. I think I'm going to make this shelf here where the battery charger is sitting. I think I'm going to make that my battery charging station. I can plug in, you know, into down there. I've got that all done. Let me get this chair out of the way. As you can see, that's all done down through there. And I got that all. Now all those chests there, drawers, are not going to stay there. They're just there temporarily. And this all stuff won't stay there altogether. But again, it's just getting things out of the way for right now. And I want to probably pack that thing full with the rest of this stuff. Put those boxes up on top and anything else there that's got to come down, so I can get these drawers over there and get those set up like I want them. So that's what I'm doing. I'm not really hitting it very hard today. The hardest I did was get this vacuumed up. And again, that's I've still got a vacuum over there where I sawed yesterday and clean that up a little bit. And so that's about all I've got left to do there. But this area over here is, other than the sill, which we've already seen, is really good and clean. So really happy with the way this came out. So there you go. I don't know what else to tell you. I think that's about it. I really wasn't sure I was even going to make it other parts of this, but being as I found the camera, I thought, well, you know, I've already got one the first part of this on here, so I might as well go ahead and make a finishing part, and that's what I'm doing. So I have my daughter texted me, I think it was last night, and was asking about where I wanted to go for my birthday dinner. And I generally try to, I don't put anybody out. You know, I didn't want to go somewhere, you know, they'd have to travel a long, long way to get to. And I asked her, I said, you know, would you just soon go local to Columbus or Seymour, you know, and because Columbus and Seymour is equal for them. I mean, it takes no longer to get to Seymour than it does to Columbus, so. And she said, yeah, if you don't mind, because we've got a big trip planned Sunday. And I said, oh, okay. So she asked me where I thought I would like to go, and I named over a couple of places that I'd like to go in Columbus, and she said, okay. She said, or she said, you can just eat Sunday if you want. And I said, well, aren't you going on a trip? She said, yeah. And I said, does that mean I'm going to? And she said, yes. I said, well, where are we going? She said, it's a surprise. So I guess I'll find out Sunday, huh? But anyway, so it looks like I'm going to have a busy weekend coming up here. You know, I hate to put them out if they're going to go somewhere anyway, and I'm sure wherever they're going's got good restaurants as well. So, like I said, we'll have to wait and see, but I think I'll probably, she said something about playing cards after dinner on Saturday, so I like to do that for sure. So I don't know, we'll do something and get it done. Also, I spoke with my sister today on the telephone. Today's her birthday. She turned 74 today, and so, like I said, she's in fairly good spirits. Said she's had some bad days, but felt pretty good today. And I guess hospice was coming, and I didn't get to talk to her very long. But so you know, she seems to be hanging in there. So I guess that's all you can expect. So, but. Anyway, that's that. And I think I covered. Bob's been out visiting. I tell you what, here it is after 6, and he usually texts me by now and tells me he's either home or whatever he's doing, but he must be doing something special. I say that kind of, well, you know, to be funny, but I don't really expect he's doing anything too special, but you know what I mean. Like I said, you know, I'm sure he's got his reasons for whatever he's doing, obviously. But I'm happy to get this mostly done. And I know it. You'd take a look around the floor and say, well, that's not done. No, I know it's not done. But it is better. And it is continuing that direction. And like I said, I don't want to hit it as hard as I did last time, because I really had to recuperate quite a while over that. And so like I said, I've been here. This is the third time I've been in here today. And I kind of alternate between this and the chair in the living room, and I've been watching some movies and videos, things like that. So, hoping that's the last time I have to reboot that modem and computer, because every time I do, I have to reboot the other computers, because this one I had to reboot twice to get it to recognize the server drive, because, well, I don't really know why, but I did. I mean, I had it plugged into the cable. The red cable there is the plug-in for it. It just runs over there temporarily. You can see the cords on the floor here, and I'm going to run it around through there and you know, come around and at least get most of it out of the way where you don't see it and you don't trip over it. So right now it's not in a very good shape. So anywho, that's that. I think that's going to do me. So you guys, in the meantime, have a pleasant evening. Oh, I just now heard the text alarm go off, so that must mean Bob's around. So, good evening, folks. I have talked with Bob. He in fact was back. That was him that texted, and I decided to add on to this just a little bit. And he, once he got back and got into things that he was doing, he said that he had pretty much got this finished. This may be the last one. Iteration of the PCB for the probe ST. This was added, I think, yesterday. He added that. This was just a kind of a pass-through for that Max 98 14 module where you can just solder the wires in here, and that will make it basically, permanent fixture to this. And I think today he added this diode for the input to, I think that's where we're going to go. We're just going to have the cap and the diode, and that's about it. So even audio and RF will go the same way that way. So I think that'll work out all right. So just thought I'd pass that along. Hopefully we can get some of these prototype boards made soon. And maybe by that, like I said, by that time maybe my printer will be back in action and I can print up some of these latest ones and get those sent out to the beta testers for them to test and just see how they work out. So I've got, I think, five of those small speakers, the 20 millimeter, and I think that's what we're going to use for this one. And I think I may have enough of the other stuff to do the battery charger. I think I had 5 of those modules. And so we may go ahead and buy a few more because Bob doesn't have the speaker and stuff either, so we need to get him one. So we'll see how that goes, but for now we are making progress and getting kind of close to getting this maybe as a design. Also, I wanted to mention Brendan had sent Bob and I email yesterday, and we had some problems getting it because it ended up in the spam folder of Gmail, and don't know how that happened, but trying to find out what the deal was. But anyway, that's he wanted just to see some work being done on a IF transformer replacement type situation, and I watched the videos on that, and that looks very promising. It uses PCBs like this. I think you get there's 3 of them. You get a top square one and a bottom square one, and then there's a rectangular one that goes in the middle. And basically these will take the place of the original wound coil ones that came in the radio originally. Now these are the ones for, I think Zenith, GE uses them. They're the later variety. They're not the older stuff that has the large cans. These are the smaller IF cans. And those are the ones that seem to have, the ones that I think they use a coil for the, to adjust the frequency. The ones that use the capacitors, the tremor capacitors, earlier models don't have that problem, no SMD. So basically, he came up with a working prototype. So that's interesting. As I could tell. I mean, as far as that would be very handy. It would have been handy for me or for my POG radio, pictograph, and I would definitely tried one of those out, or tried a set of those out to see if that would work. And like I said, that's some work being done, but like I said, that was last year, I believe. I haven't seen anything lately out of him. I did look at his channel and see if he'd been doing any more work with it, but I don't think he has. He made 2 videos. I may post a link to them down in the description just so you can watch them too. But it is interesting work, and like I said, I'd like to see it more on it. And in fact, we might even get into that. That would be a good area to get into, I would think. So, all right, I think I'm going to end it here. I have, like I said, I want to close this out and get this on the interwebs for tomorrow. And you guys have a pleasant evening. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see ya.